So yowies do require water. They love it, in fact, and this is why it's so hard for yowies to sort of get by in these countries where the natural environment is under threat. Particularly the Ukrainian yowies have been getting it tough, and that's a situation where the alien spacecraft could really just pull their socks up a bit and do some heavy lifting and get involved. You know, I sort of berate the most conflicts I think are a Hegelian dialect, where no matter which side you choose, it's so that psychologically you're wanting a savior, and that savior being the United Nations, NATO, kind of, you know, which they've already shown their cards with Gladio and whatnot, all their little stand-in collectives of psychopathic militants. And I usually don't favour the idea of a global force. The less localized any sense of any structure is, the less context it has to the individual, and therefore it's just inevitable. It's not even, you know, it's just inevitable that it results in tyranny and injustice. However, when the yowies are suffering in the Ukraine, anywhere where the water and the forests are just getting destroyed, like it really is just a war on nature, you know, besides everything else. It's a tragedy. And so, you know, relocating via advanced technologies and these civilizations that we are not privy to, that can utilize the technologies that we are not privy to expediently, is that a word? Probably not, but it sounds smart. Move yowies from place to place. I mean, it might create a bit of a ruckus wherever you're putting them. It always does, you know, whether you're moving quolls or anything. But, you know, dump a Ukrainian yowie here in this gully, give them a few months to kind of get the lay of the land, and they might take root. They might flourish. It'd certainly make this video more interesting. Is it Isopogon anemonifolia? Wonderful, amazing plant. It's kind of stopped flowering. The flowers are all died off pretty much, but even just the shape of the leaf or the phyllote or whatever it's called, I don't know. Fantastic. Just one of just such a broad diversity of plants. You come to the Blue Mountains, or, you know, probably lots of places in Australia, and you just look at 1 square meter and you just have an almost infinite array of biological masterpieces. Incredible. These are the most advanced systems, all working together. It's just such a fantastic place. You don't have to. You can take one step out the door and just look at the ground. You don't have to be a you know, get too deep in the wilderness. However, to find the elusive Australian yowie does require a little bit of hiking. So yes, no more Kirsty, no more questions for Kirsty. I can probably answer a few more questions myself, because I asked Kirsty many questions. Obvious ones being, do yowies poop in creeks? do the crayfish then clean up their poop, thus hiding evidence of said Yowie from human intrepid hunters such as myself? The answer is no to that one, but just if you're wondering. Oh, spiky bush. Other pertinent questions that's on everyone's mind in the community. Do Yowies eat lyrebirds? That's a big one for me. It's sort of, that's like, to me, that's the kind of the key to unlock so many mysteries of the Yowie. Do Yowies eat lyrebirds? And I'd already proven with science, that is experiment and observation, that Yowies don't eat lyrebirds by being in the proximity of a lyrebird and just waiting, and no Yowie appeared and no Yowie ate it. So I'd already deduced with my own smarts that Yowies don't, it's getting really bushy here, Yowies don't eat lyrebirds. However,